Hey, what's going on, peoples? What's going on? What is going on? It's the one half of that dynamic duo that's putting on the Phoenician Classic, happening September 4th, 2021, which is just a little bit under 5 weeks, y'all. We about 5 weeks away from making this bad boy happen. What's going on, Dangerous Man? Glad to see you popped in here, boss. Man, I'm so disappointed I can't have you on the stage, brother. I was so looking forward to having you at the Phoenician Classic. You have no idea. For real. But thanks for popping in, boss. I really appreciate you popping in. Officially, just under 5 weeks out. We got 3 great shows still remaining on the calendars. That's happening before the Phoenician Classic. That's Central Phoenix to the West Coast. 3 great shows, 3 great opportunities for you to become a pro, in any category, but become a pro primarily in bikini and men's physique, because those are the 2 pro classes that we are hosting this year. So 3 great opportunities that's happening. August 7th, the Inbf Oklahoma City Classic happening in Oklahoma City. That's going down. That's actually this weekend. That's happening. And then another great show, August 21st, happening in Fresno, California. The Natural Central Valley Championships going down to Fresno. I will be in at that show actually. So if you want to meet me in person, I'll be there. If you want to chit chat with me, I will be there at that show. Now to put you exactly 2 weeks out from the Phoenician Classic. Third show just recently added to the docket is the INBF South Central USA, going down to Dallas, Texas. Brand new show going down to Dallas, Texas. Man, like if you're in that Dallas area, you want to check out a brand new show and see how they get down, that will be the place to go. Dallas, brand new show. And then after that, September 4th is, Phoenician Classic, y'all. It's the Phoenician Classic. And let me tell you, this is I'm just going to put it out there. This is the last week right here before I start, applying the late fees here. Friday night, 10:30 Friday night, it's going to cost you a little extra money to sign up for this bad boy. It's going to cost you a little extra change to sign up for this bad boy. So, get it done. You're less than 5 weeks out. Whether or not, you already know you're going to do the show. So go ahead, take your registration before Friday at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. All right. Go ahead and get it squared away. We had a bunch of people sign up already. Gang of people already signed up already, and got everything taken care of that last week before the deadline kicks in. And that allows me to kind of finalize everything as well. When you're in prep, I'm in prep, believe it or not. When you're in prep, I'm in prep, So just like you're 5 weeks out, less than 5 weeks out, I'm less than 5 weeks out. I have a gang of things now I need to finalize here. A couple of those things that I'm starting to work on right now to finalize is the t-shirts. Finalizing what supplements is going to go in your gift bags. Caden's already signed up, ready to go. This guy signed up, rocking and roll, ready to go. Yes, you are, my man. Appreciate it too, boss. Couple of things I'm finalizing is the banners, all the sponsors and vendors that are gonna that's actually that actually decided to take a chance. Not even say to take a chance, because we got a proven track record. The show that we put on is one of a kind. So they decided we got some brand new people that decided let me check this bad boy out. Some of our vendors are just like you. They're brand new. They're like, man, I seen some of the stuff that you put online. I see what you do every week. Let me give this bad boy a chance. Let me give this show a chance. So after speaking with some new vendors and our old vendors, whoever's rocking with us, that's been rocking with us, they're coming back. They don't even need a spiel. They literally go, send me the contract, boom, boom, boom. All right, Chris, do your marketing thing. Some of our new affiliates that's just signed on board, it's a brand new thing here for them. They never seen Like they never seen a promoter do like what we do. You know, they never seen us promote their business the way that promote the business on social media, the way that the way that we show our gratitude for them actually believing in us enough to come sponsor the show, come be a vendor at our show. So I got to finalize banners. Reaching out to our banner company and getting all that stuff finalized and getting it all taken care of. You know, getting it all squared away. What's up, Monk? I see you popped in here, boss. See you popped in here. Actually, Monk, if you don't mind, let me bring you on right quick, man. If you got a second or two. Monk, if you got a second or two, man, I want to bring you on. I'll chat, man, if you got a second or two. So it's I'm prepping too. I'm finalizing the prep. What's going on, Monk?
What's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. Just letting everyone know I'm in prep mode, just like y'all in prep mode. I'm finalizing everything.
Well, you gonna get on stage too?
Oh yeah, I'm getting on stage. I'm handing out trophies though. I'm jumping on stage and go, congratulations, here's your trophy.
Right. You out here working though. You out here working hard too though.
Oh man, that's what I was kind of like letting everybody know. Like it's a grind for me as well, just like it's a grind for you guys. So I just wanted to kind of like, I wanted to pop you in here right quick. Got a couple of questions for you, man. Got a couple of questions for you. All right. So now you know my wife is on like this partial vegan thing, right? You know this, right? This sometime vegan thing. I call it the sometime vegan.
Hey, I hear the hate in your voice right now. You ain't gotta say nothing. I hear it. I hear it.
You know, she on this sometime vegan thing, you know. All right, my question is simply this. How long have you been vegan and well, let's start there. How long have you been vegan, Mom?
7 years.
7 years? Okay. So what was the I should say, what was the mindset or what actually influenced you to actually convert your diet over from what you were doing to what you're doing now?
Oh, you gonna go down that rabbit hole, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
So
let's
first,
go there.
So I stopped eating meat 9 years ago.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason why I stopped eating meat, I didn't know what a vegan was when I stopped eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, 3 years before that, I had a drinking problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it was showing up in physical symptoms in my body. So I had to stop. So I didn't know what to do after that because that was my crutch. So I started meditating.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 years into my meditation, I was sitting down eating a vegetarian omelet because no meat sounded good to me. And the person I was with said, "Are you a vegetarian?" And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't eat meat after that day. So I was making a connection. So it's not a diet for me. I was making a connection to all life, not just life as I knew it. Like, not just human life, but all life, all beings have the ability to suffer. I was making that connection, not consciously, but subconsciously.
Okay.
So that question was asked me when I was ready to go forward with that lifestyle.
All right.
That 3 year preparation with me sitting down, connecting. You say you just did it from one day to the next. And I was like, yeah, well, the actual physical thing happened one day to the next, but that process took years of connecting. So for me, veganism is not about diet. It's about passion and love for all beings. Just like in this human condition that we got going on right here, there's people that believe that certain people don't deserve love, respect, and equality. It's the same thing. It all comes down to conditioning. So when I got out of that conditioning, that what I needed to eat, how I needed to live, and I just connected, my true path shown to me, my true diet was shown to me, my true purpose in life was shown to me. So instead of thinking as far as the program goes, getting caught up with that, like what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to eat, how I'm supposed to live, all these other things that people were given to you. Like, Chris, your name, you didn't know your name until someone started saying this Chris, and trying to get your attention, right? You didn't even know your name. You didn't know your color. You didn't give yourself your diet. Most likely, if you're a religious person, you didn't give yourself your religion. All these things were given to you. And then you say, this is how I move. This is what I do, right? This is how I eat. I'm a carnivore. No, your parents introduced you to diet that you're currently having now, right? So
Right.
you can create, when you can really live, you say, you know, I'm doing this myself, this is my own decisions. We got to question, are they really your own decisions? Where did those decisions, those belief systems, where did they come from? And if you get down to the root of it, most likely you didn't choose any of that. You just accepted it at one point. And that's why I said you went down the rabbit hole, because this veganism is not, has nothing to do with a diet. It has to do with compassion for all beings, right? I don't want to be a part of any other being's suffering. I don't want it. I don't want it on my in my conscience. Now that I know the process. And you know, if most people won't, if you went to a restaurant and they took the animal, say, which animal do you want, and you had to watch it get killed or whatever, and then they brought it out to you, you wouldn't eat it. And that's just telling you, you know it's not right, but as long as you don't see it, you're still going to eat it because that's what you do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So for you, it's
So,
more. No. So the reason why I decided wanted to go down this rabbit hole with you, so because I knew that you was going to dive in depth to this. You know what I mean? And you was going to make that connection, not just a food connection. It's going to be more of a spiritual connection, more of a mind and body connection. So that was my lead-in question.
hey, think about this though. Everything is energy, right?
Right.
Everything you can see, everything, a table, everything is energy. Everything is living, basically. Everything has energy, and everything has that energetic stamp, whatever that energy is, right? So you got to understand that the animals carry energy, just like humans carry energy, and you can feel good or bad energy, right? When you're stressed out and different things, the energy changes within you. So when an animal is stressed out and fearful, that energy imprint is in that meat. So when you eat that meat, that energy becomes your energy. So everything, and you break it down at a cellular level, and it goes through your bloodstream and your whole entire body. So you literally are what you eat. So if you are what you eat, you're eating you're eating not only the physical thing, but you're eating the energetic thing too.
Okay.
So what do you want to become part of you? Have you ever been around a person that you didn't like their energy, you weren't vibing with their energy they was giving off?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You kind of go like, get off me.
You know energy is real. But think of the energetic state of the animals that you're putting in your body. You're not just getting next to them, you're putting them in your body. And that's the energy you're taking on. So if you want peace within, how are you going to have peace within when you're bringing in this type of energy? And this is the stuff that I learned. This is the type of stuff I learned after I stopped eating it already. This isn't not, you know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
while I'm on here real quick, I was sitting there, I had a vegan shirt on, and I was sitting at a coffee shop, and the dude came in and he said, we started talking. He said, "Oh, you're a vegan? I'm thinking about doing that too as well." And I said, "Is that right?" And we started talking about the energy part. And he goes, "I know this because," he said, "I used to be a hunter. And if you shoot the deer and it doesn't die right away, the meat spoils because of the adrenaline and the energy that fear that's going through this animal, and the meat tastes different." So just in a split second, if something can change like that and change the flavor of this animal, what do you think it happens, when the animal is stressed out their entire life?
Right.
What do you think that's doing to them, to the cells? That's why they have to pump them full of antibiotics to keep them alive, because stress kills, right? So when you're stressed out, your immune system gets down and allows for all type of disease to come in. So my goal is to give this information from a loving place and say, be conscious of what you eat. That's your choice, whatever you eat. But every time you eat it, think about where it's from. Think about what it's doing to you. Not just on a physical level, but on an energetic level. What are you taking in? Do you want to be a part of this whole process? Because you are, whether you think you are or not. And that's all I say. Be aware of it. If you want to consume this, ingest it, just be aware of what it is. Don't put your head in the sand. Do your research. Look it up. You see what I'm saying? Don't sit there and go, "Oh, I don't want to see the process." Look at the process. And if you're okay with it, then continue to do it. Most people don't want to go there. They don't want to see where it comes from. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? They
Right.
just rather have some cognitive dissonance going on. Like, I don't care where it comes from. See
Right.
it, show me it. I don't want to keep it out of my vision. I don't want. That's why they don't have heads on fish when you eat fish in America.
Right. Yeah.
It
Yeah. Like put my blinders up. Yeah.
makes it too real. So they remove anything that looks like an actual body part, so you can't make that connection. So they can keep serving you this death, and that's what it is. So your wife,
Man,
yeah,
I just knew you was gonna blow my mind. I already knew it.
your wife is making that connection. She's there. Something within her is going, this thing ain't right. This thing ain't right. I got to do something different. You know, she's going into her meditation. You know, she's making that connection. That's how I made the connection.
Okay.
I went there. And then when you go there and you practice this every day, you start to, that conditioning you have, that program you have, it starts to get changed out.
Okay.
And you start to think for yourself and feel for yourself. Now you, all the things that you were told, I ain't good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. That all goes away. You know, you're so much more powerful than they say you are, right? Now you can move in power, and you don't have to have those limits that were set on you that you accepted at one point.
Deep. Yeah. Basically, well, in a nutshell, you kind of telling me what any coach I've ever had, or whether it's a business coach, whether it's a physical conditioning coach, wrestling coach, no matter what leadership role they had inside of my life, it all sums up to question your beliefs. Like whatever existing beliefs you have, like those were kind of like you were molded by those because that's what was passed on to you. Well, if you feel like something's off about it, question it and do your own thing. Question it, do your own research, and figure out what's best for you.
Right. Think about it though. I mean, just even as far as like race goes, the little black kids think that they're capable of, and growing up in certain situations, they think, you know, oh, I could just be a drug dealer. Or I could, you know what I'm saying? This is what they believe. These are the beliefs that they have, they're holding, and it's not okay. We got to teach people to think for themselves and to really question why they think what they think. I question, even now to this day, when I have a thought come up, I question it, because thoughts are neutral. What happens is when the thoughts come up, and they come up from a subconscious program. So they come up, they're going to be firing all the time. Anybody that tells you they can control their thoughts, they're lying. Okay? So they come up from the subconscious. They're already in the subconscious before they come to the conscious thought, right? So they're shot up there. So if your subconscious program is dysfunctional, you're going to have a lot of dysfunctional thoughts coming through. So what happens is they're still neutral. You can either act on them, but if you are in a state of being pretty unconscious walking through life, when they come through, you're reactive. You grab a hold of them, and then you focus on them, and they grow. So now if you're having a bunch of dysfunctional thoughts coming through and you're focusing on those dysfunctional thoughts, this creates emotion, right? This creates, the thoughts come through, you connect to them. Now it creates an emotion. And this is the power of it, right? When you start, when it creates that emotion, whether it's fear or whatever it is, and then that creates your speech and how you move in life. So the thought creates the emotion, creates the action, creates your life. So if everything's starting out from a dysfunctional place, it's just going to translate into your life being dysfunctional. All the tools and things that you need to really overcome that, you don't know what they are. You don't know how to get there. And a lot of times that leads to addiction and other things. And that's what happened to me. Mm-hmm. So when you get to a point in your life when you don't know how or what to do, you just do what makes you feel okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, walking around sedated. Yeah.
You're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't feel good. Let me drink this. Okay, I feel better. I feel better. Let me go shopping. And don't get it twisted. It's not just with, inner city poor people. The rich people, they think they can get $1 million and everything's gonna be okay. But they're programmed too. And as soon as that $1 million shows up, the goalpost moves. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can never be at peace unless you're at peace within. Everything starts within. We like to work backwards. We like to, well, let me start a diet and I'll feel better. No, feel better than start a diet. Okay, you got to work within. Everything starts in here, and then it lasts because this is the foundation. You're not gonna fall off if you get right within.
Absolutely.
That's where it all. That's where your life becomes beautiful, man. You clean up the inside, and the outside is gonna take care of itself. It's just a byproduct of the inside. It's a reflection.
Absolutely. Yeah. Couldn't agree more, man. Like everything is a reflection of you. Like the people you hang with, the businesses that you do, anything you kind of like involved in, like it's a direct reflection of you, some way, shape, form, or fashion. So energy is energy, as you say.
Energy is energy, and we got to protect it. You know what I'm saying? We got to raise our vibration, our frequency, and the way that it's so funny because when I changed my life, I was really isolated by myself a lot because I was doing that inner work.
Right.
I was dealing with alcoholism and stuff as far as that. So I was but I had my wife along the way. But all the people I used to hang around with and kick it with, they just kind of fell to the side because what happens is the law of attraction, right?
Absolutely.
If whoever you hang around with, I forget who said it, but they said, if you want me to know about you, show me your friends.
God, who said that? Oh man. I know who you're talking about. I cannot remember who said it though.
Yeah, right. He said, you want me to know about you? Show me your friends. And the thing about it is law of attraction. So if you're looking around your circle and you got a bunch of people talking about each other, you got a bunch of people doing certain things, that's you. So you can't look at your friends and say, oh man, they toe up. That's you. The law of attraction, the frequency you're on, whatever's in your life, match that.
Right. Wherever you're vibrating at, you're only going to attract what you're vibrating at.
That's it.
Yeah.
You already know. And in relationships, I was talking about this yesterday. Sometimes you come in at the same level, but if one person is doing that work, that healing work, healing that trauma and growing and elevating, a lot of times now you guys aren't at the same level. Right. And that's start to gradually move away from each other because they're not on the same vibe anymore. And a lot of people try to maintain that relationship when you can't.
Right. It's almost impossible unless the other person starts doing that internal work as well. And then that vibe, then you start to get, they start to approach that same level again. But yeah, if one person's doing the internal work and the other person isn't, yeah, you're going to be like this.
Yeah. And you do it together. And that's why it's so important for you guys to grow, you and your wife to grow together. You don't have to have the same belief, ideas all the way,
right?
But you have to do the work together. If you don't, Chris, she's gonna leave you behind.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, brother. I know what you mean. So, because it's funny you say that because like it's one of those conversations that Tasha and I always have. Like, I'm always doing some internal work, because I know I'm damaged goods. I already know that.
we all
just because of my environment that I came from, so I get it. Like, but the thing about it is, I realized, like, hey, all right, yeah, you came from some damage, but figure out what that damage is, so you don't keep repeating that cycle of damage and passing it on, so to speak. So once I started doing a lot of internal work and stuff, internal work, and then it kind of like hit Natasha. She was like, whoa, this dude, he's kind of like doing a lot of work here. Okay, I'm gonna acknowledge that, but now I realize something is different because now, like you say, you vibrate at different levels. And so now I vibrate at a different level. She might be vibrating at a different level, but now we're starting to go like this. So it's a little bit like this. It's going like this. Like sometimes I'm vibrating here, she's here. Sometimes she's vibrating here, I'm here. But we're always like this. And it's just kind of like we're kind of pushing each other to I vibrate at a higher level.
Right, and you're moving up. And another thing that affects your vibration, guess what it is?
All right, man, meat. All right.
It's dead food. It's very low vibratory.
Uh-huh.
So you know what's high vibratory, right? Fruits, vegetables. Those are vibing high.
Yeah, I eat those. I can't shake the meat, man.
Hey, I guarantee you, one of these days, man, you're gonna be eating some meat or an animal, I should call it. You're gonna be eating an animal, and then something ain't gonna feel right.
Well, I can tell you now, like what I have noticed is this is like I know what I noticed is this like as far as my selection of meats now, that has like dwindled down big time because I used to eat an array of different things. Like I didn't care what it was. I just, it didn't matter to me. Now my array of stuff is dwindled really down lower, and I'm only eating two different meats right now. So I'm like, I do realize what you're talking about because my digestive system is just like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it is, the more you do the work, the more you keep these things out of your system. One day you're just gonna be like, nah, I'm good. To me,
Mhm.
it's what it is to me right now. And I'm not no preacher. I'm not a preacher, a vegan preacher. I'm not that, right? At all. Because I ate meat. I ate meat for over 40 years. So who am I to judge anybody else? You see what I'm saying? I
Right.
just information from the new information that I receive and the new revelations that I receive and the new downloads that I receive. I'm just sharing them, but I'm sharing them from a place of love. I'm not sharing them from any judgmental place. I understand, right? I don't look down
Right.
on drug addicts or alcoholics or anything. I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just about new uh new things will be revealed to you as you go forward in your healing process. And it seems like it's just a byproduct of healing and raising your vibration, where you become so conscious of what you put in your mouth that you say, I don't want that anymore. So for me, if someone offered you a dog taco, how would you respond to that?
Yeah, I get it.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about all of it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's the programming. So in this country, it's not okay to eat a dog, but in other countries it is.
Oh, yes, perfectly. It's a delicacy someplace else.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So where I'm going with this. But in you, when you hear that dog taco, it kind of makes your stomach turn, right?
Right.
Well, that just as there's no what's good and what's bad, they're all good to me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It takes away the conditioning part, the programming part, like this is good, this is bad. Like in a human condition, there's people that think this race is good, this race ain't. And if you take down these barriers and these blocks, you realize it's all one thing.
Right. Right.
When you realize it's all one thing, then a pig is just as important as a dog, as a chicken is just as important as a cow. All of them just as important because you realize they all have life and they all suffer. And you don't want to be a part of that. And then you don't want it in your mouth at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
how do you do that? I say, well,
Now that you broke down breaking down the process of it, how the thought process behind of it, like I can actually see your point of view, like a little bit more clear than just like, okay, this is just treating it as if it's just another diet, so to speak. Like how you just broke it down with far as like the energy connection, the spirituality connection, how all of this plays a role on not only just on a biology level but on a cellular level.
right?
Like it all like it the breakdown, it makes perfect sense to me now.
It affects your body, mind, spirit. It affects your whole being. This energy affects everything about you. And if you stop doing it for a while, you will know the difference right away.
Okay.
You this right away. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a preacher.
Nah, you're just delivering it from
I'm the
this is how I'm
messenger.
taking it. You're delivering it from your experience, your point of view. I wouldn't even say point of view, just from your experience and all the knowledge you've acquired in the process.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
nah,
just,
I get it. Nah,
yeah,
you definitely gave me something to think about, though.
I'm just a messenger. And I just believe, man, if you want peace in your life, there got to be peace on your plate. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
peace is an inside job. And if you're putting stuff in your body this counterproductive, then you really don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
It'd be like going to the gym and then eat McDonald's every single day. It's like,
Right.
you don't want to.
Hey, man, listen, I got some people that do that. It drives me insane.
It's like you ask yourself the questions and really give yourself the answers. Do I really want to evolve and be the person I came here to be? Do I really want to vibrate on the highest level? Do I really want to really tap into spirit and move through in love and do all these things? And they say, well, what am I doing in my lifestyle? Well, if I was drinking and smoking and doing all this, I'm not really being truthful with myself because I don't want it, right? I don't want it. Poisoning my body on purpose, intentionally, but then saying I want something else.
Complete contradictory. Yeah.
Yes, you're self-sabotaging. So a lot of times it's a long process for people. For me, it was 3 years. I didn't know I was going that way, but I was.
Okay.
I didn't know it, but I was making a connection to all life. You make a connection to all life, you understand at the deepest level that shit, you wouldn't take a knife and cut up a slit a cow's throat. That would be traumatizing. Most people can't do that unless they was raised with it.
Right.
So,
well,
right?
yeah, that's just it. I was got family, got farms, so
Right. I'm saying,
yeah. So
so
it's a disconnection for me because I've seen it. You know.
Right. If you take any child that hasn't seen that, and you that after they was already able to be conscious of what's happening, it'd be traumatized.
Okay. Get
you
it.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you take a 10-year-old that had never seen anything like that and then took them to a slaughterhouse, they'd be damaged goods.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that because I've seen slaughterhouses. Yeah, I've seen just animal when it's time just to butcher up the animals and things like that and get it processed and all that stuff. I've seen the whole process, and yeah, you're right. I seen it as a teenager. Well, when I first seen it was as a teenager, and for me, it was just kind of like, okay, this is where we get our food source from. This is what grandma always told me what we did anyway. They just let me see it now. That was the only difference. So I think because of my programming and the conditioning, the preconditioning that happened before actual seeing it made the difference. But if you just take, yeah, you're right. You just take somebody out, that never seen it before and, hey, watch this. Yeah, take a 10-year-old. Yeah, it'll probably mess them up. I agree.
Yeah, most people don't even want to watch the videos.
Right.
Not even in real life, just the videos. In real life, you experience that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real life is a whole nother thing because you actually smell the blood, you smell everything. Yeah, it's the smell, the sight. It's everything. I will have to agree with you.
But there's hope for you because I know I've seen videos of farmers and people that used to kill their own animals that one day like made friends with one of their animals they were supposed to kill.
They couldn't kill it. Yeah.
And realize like these people, these animals really can feel and think. And man, it was good talking to you. Hey,
absolutely.
Another thing.
Absolutely. So
your
go
competition
ahead.
coming up. That's what we're supposed to be talking about, right?
But hey, see the cool thing about this is like everyone knows when the show is. Everyone knows it's September 4th. Everyone knows when the late fees start. They don't start this Friday. Everybody know that.
Do the late fees start tomorrow?
Yeah, they start on Friday. This Friday, 10:30. Yeah, this Friday, Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 at night. That's when they'll start. But everybody knows that. I'm not worried about that. I'm not even concerned about that because I put out so much information. I know people know.
My book, don't lie.
I read. Let's see. I read 100. The first 100 pages.
There ain't even 100 pages in it. Now I know you're lying.
I do. That book. I read the first 100 pages.
There's not 100 pages in it.
Let me go get the book.
Go get the book.
Let me go get the book. Hang on.
He about to bust himself out right now.
100 pages.
Chris, I thought I'm so disappointed in you.
I read 100 pages. I know I read 100 pages. Hang on.
If you read 100 pages, that means you read it all the way through and then you started over again.
What Tosh do with the book, man? Tosh has the book because we both was reading it on the plane. So maybe I kept reading the same page over and over again.
Hey, because
we read it when we went to Katie's show in Seattle. That's when we read it.
When you find the book and you get to the last page, I want you to take a picture of that and I want you to send it to me.
Bet. Deal.
And then I'm gonna bust you out all over social media.
Yeah, and you can already bust me out. Bust me out again. I like that.
I did. But yeah, man, look forward to September.
Absolutely. So if I see you, I see you. If I don't, I'm still gonna take a picture of the last page of the book, so you can still bust me out some more.
Man, oh. And tell your beautiful wife I said what's up. Is she watching?
She's at work right now. It's the first of the month, so but with her being in property management, it's insane.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
insane this time of the month, and so she got a lot going on, especially with the rent moratorium ending here in Arizona. So she's got lockouts and rent to collect. It's insane. It's always insane the first of the month. So, but yeah, I would definitely tell her we had a conversation.
All right. Hey,
And
well, let me.
I'll make sure she watches this video because I'm gonna put it on YouTube too.
Okay. I want to. I need to get off here. My wife blew me up. But hey, so let's get on here before the competition.
Okay.
And go live again. Matter of fact, I could have you on my little show that I do.
All right. You let me know, man. I'm game.
All right, man. Thanks for bringing me on.
All right, Mark. Anytime, boss.
Peace, brother.
Peace. All right, that was my man, Monk. I actually met Monk like 2 weeks ago. No, that was 2 weeks ago. That was another lie. I went 2 weeks ago. I met him at Katie's show, which was about 6 to 8 weeks ago, something like that. But cool dude, super cool dude. And actually, I started his book, but I stopped. And then I had to start reading something else. So, Monk, full disclosure, I started reading your book, and I thought Tosh left it on the nightstand because that's where I was going to go grab it, but she didn't. I started reading, then I had to stop and read something else. So I was hoping your book was 100 pages. Full disclosure. I was hoping that book was 100 pages. It wasn't. So no, I started reading it. I can tell you what I read. I read the back of the book, the back cover, and like maybe the first in the intro, the first 2 or 3 pages, and then that was it. And then I had to put that joint down and start reading something else that I actually needed to read for the business. So, but I'm gonna read it, man. All right, it's less than 100 pages. I'm gonna read it. So there you have it, guys. another great show interview with somebody really cool that I got a chance to meet during this thing called Natural Bodybuilding. And as I said before, Phoenician Classic happening September 4th, 2021. If you got questions, concerns, complaints, please shoot me a DM or email me at phoenicianclassic@phoenicianclassic.com. And man, let's get after it. All right, y'all. Be easy.